The Monster Hunter series has been around for a very long time. It has a huge selection of games that have been out for a while with multiple spin-offs. It's safe to say this franchise is a huge success. Why does this series seem so intimidating to begin as a new player? This is the Monster Hunter World New Player Experience. Whether you are a Monster Hunter pro or you are a noob like me and you're just getting into the series, I hope that you can either relate to this video, it can entertain you, or motivate you to play Monster Hunter. If you do enjoy, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Let's get started. So the first thing about this game is it is literally gorgeous. That is what separates this game from all other Monster Hunter games, and honestly, even just a lot of video games in existence. The environments are so unique, they are so special, there's so much to explore, they're so vibrant. I honestly assumed that this game would be kind of dark and kind of scary and eerie, but it's really not. It's honestly peaceful and has a great variety of environments, and it's just such a vibe. I can't respect it enough. Honestly, when it comes to the next Monster Hunter game, I would be totally fine if it was very similar to Monster Hunter World, but just continue to introduce worlds like this with awesome variety and awesome unique vibes. So I can't stress enough, that is really what makes this game special. Along with that, each map even has NPCs hidden throughout the map. There's secrets throughout each map. Just a lot to explore. It's not like you're just using this map to get to the monster. You really do get a chance to delve into these environments. The next thing you'll notice as a new player is there are a lot of items in this game. There are a lot of consumables, a lot of materials, a lot of things you can use on monsters, things you can use on yourself. So it can certainly be overwhelming. It can kind of make you feel like... But let me tell you guys, you don't need to know all these items right away. The game does an amazing job at pacing you through it, and you will find the importance for these as you go along. Just play through the main story and you'll be fine. You won't need all the items right away, and you'll slowly learn as you go. So the next thing I noticed as a new player is I honestly thought that this game felt clunky at first. I honestly struggled initially and decided that I was done with this game. Fortunately, I decided to continue playing. It helped me a lot by changing up weapons until I found one that really clicked for me. And also, just like many games and many things, it's just repetitions. You just got to give yourself time to not be very good at the game, and then the more you put hours into it, you'll notice that one day you're actually pretty good at it. Another huge piece of this game is that there's a huge variety of weapon types, so make sure that you try them all because there might be one that really clicks for you. Now, here's a unique piece of advice that is just my opinion. It may be controversial, so don't hate on me for this. But what I suggest is when it comes to trying new weapons, go out there and try to do the easiest hunts available. This allows you to get a real feel for the weapon and collect resources. I don't suggest using the training room. I know a lot of you guys like the training room, so I'm sorry if that hurts anyone's feelings, but that's just my opinion. Another thing that is my opinion is I personally love the Greatsword. I'm a Greatsword user. That's what's got me through Monster Hunter World. And even though I've tried different weapons, Greatsword is by far my favorite. So let me know what your guys' favorite weapon is. Next, this game is called Monster Hunter, and you are not shorted on the monsters. My goodness, there are so many monsters. There's an amazing variety of monsters. They're so fun to look at. They're so fun to even just study their movements, to see their personalities, to see them in their environments. It never gets old, and even fighting the same monsters doesn't get old, but the same way exploring new monsters does not get old. So even though this game has a simple mechanic, which is just hunting monsters, it literally does it beyond perfectly. If you're afraid that this game's going to get repetitive, I can assure you that it won't. If you go on a website like Reddit and search what 100 people's favorite monsters are in this game, you'll see probably 100 different answers. And that is just a testimony to how well that they did with this game and the variety of monsters that it has to offer. The same way you guys are going to let me know about your favorite weapon, let me know what your favorite monsters are in this game. It'll be really interesting to compare with everyone else's answers. The next thing that I noticed about this game as a new player to Monster Hunter was that this entire game revolves around collecting things, collecting resources, collecting materials, collecting quests, objectives. It is all about collecting, and there's so much to obtain. However, it is such a satisfying grind. I've always been a fan of games where you have to grind to move forward, and this is literally one of the most perfect grindy games I have ever played in my entire life. You're going to hit a point where a monster is too difficult. That's where you're going to grind, level up your gear, change up your gear, do bounties, do side quests, do investigations, and basically make yourself stronger. It is so much fun to do these side objectives, see yourself get stronger, revisit that same monster that kicked your butt earlier, and then you reverse the roles and kick its butt. Don't get discouraged when you hit your first wall. My first wall was Diablos. I thought I was close to the end of the game, and I was literally nowhere close. So you are just meant to hit these walls, level up, level yourself up, and then get your revenge and whoop that monster's butt. Make sure you're also collecting resources and you're using your materials for your furry friend, the Palico. My Palico is my favorite part of this game. The next thing I noticed as a new player is that this is an adult version of Pokemon. Not really at all, but honestly, I love capturing monsters in this game. I am addicted to it. It is by far my favorite part of this game. I love the rush of fighting a monster until I get it to that point where it's tired enough. I love chasing it. I love waiting until it falls asleep. And it is satisfying every single time, laying that trap down, throwing down those tranq bombs, and then seeing that main objective complete come up. Something to note is that anytime you are told that you have to hunt a monster, if you are able to, you can capture it, and that will get the objective completed just as well. The last thing that I noticed about this game as a new player is that the story is not something to just skip over. All video game fans, there is a massive cameo at the end of this game that literally made me smile more than any game I've ever played. So let me know what you guys think, if your experience is similar to this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace!